Hello guys and welcome to Monza. Today we are riding on board with Kimi Räikkönen here in third position of the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, and we are basically doing this as a TrackIR test. We're using the Cockpit Cam with TrackIR5 and seeing how we managed to do in a full 100% race. I think it's really interesting to try, and I would definitely like to try this some more, just getting used to it still. Certainly is a little bit different from the TV pod, but we'll see how we manage there. We get a great start, passing both of the Mercs there, and are in P1 here on lap 1. I have to say, this Ferrari, I'm not used to driving the Ferrari much, but I have to say it's got such huge power compared to what I'm usually driving. Even the McLaren, it's got the straight line speed. It seems overpowered compared to what it is in real life, I have to say though, but definitely an interesting drive so far. Hamilton is still right there in the mirrors, and this is the part of the track where I usually lose time, or maybe not lose time, but this is definitely a part of the track where I have trouble pulling away from the AI. On the long straights here with the Ferrari, with this top speed that it has, I have no trouble keeping the Mercs at bay, even if they have DRS, and I'm not sure how much of that is down to setup, as we are running a complete no-wing setup on this track for this particular Grand Prix. So, as you can see there, the Mercs are, well, they are in our slipstream somewhat, and are able to keep up right now, but they're not going to be able to for long as we pull out here on the main straight. So anyway, status for lap 1 is that Räikkönen is in the lead here, followed by Hamilton and Rosberg, and Fernando Alonso is in 4th right now. So we basically got a Ferrari 1 and 4 there with a Mercedes sandwich wedged in between. Jumping to lap 3 here, our straight line speed is definitely helping us, pulling away from Hamilton here as he is out of DRS range right now. And that is always a positive when that happens, but right now it appears that neither Mercedes cars are able to keep up with us as we go purple here on lap 4, setting the fastest lap so far. And if you look at the mini track down there right behind us, there's a little bit of scuffling going on there. Alonso makes up a position, and it appears that Rosberg is out ahead now. He's in 2nd place, so Hamilton has dropped back a little bit there, and I'm not sure whether or not there was contact, but later here on lap 5, as you can see there, Alonso is into P2, followed by Bottas in P3 right now, meaning both of the Mercs have probably been into pit, as they most likely crashed into one another in turn 1 back there on lap 4. So bad news for Mercedes, good news for us, as we don't have them to contend with right now as we run wide here, as I keep forgetting how little downforce we're actually running on this car right now. And also, using this Cockpit Cam with TrackIR, it's definitely an interesting experience. I think it's got a little bit better immersion than the TV pod cam has, but it's definitely takes some getting used to. What's really difficult for me right now is hitting the apexes and seeing when I'm running off the track or not. You really need to have a feel for it, as you cannot see the edge of the track anymore when you're this low, and there's a certain charm to that, but also definitely there's a period of getting used to it. Jumping to lap 16, we are going to be coming in for our first pit stop at the end of this lap here. And as you can see there, Alonso is starting to close the gap on us a little bit there, as our tires are a little bit worn here right now, losing the back end there. And Alonso pounces on the opportunity there and takes P1 away from us, and almost get caught in this dirty air as well there. So we end up giving him a little bit of room not to get into any further mishaps here before our first pit stop. Anyway, we are coming in to change for a set of primes here, and we're going to be using those for about 26 laps here during our middle stint, and the plan is that we are going to be finishing on a set of options. And we are able to rejoin in 3rd position right now behind Bottas and Alonso. Jumping to lap 18, both Bottas and Alonso are in the pits right now. We managed to pass Bottas, but Alonso comes out right ahead of us here as we end up being right on his bumper until we lose the back end of the car, that is, giving him a little bit of a head start. So at lap 18, we got the Ferraris running 1 and 2. I had no expectations of being this high in the standings. After 18 laps, I thought would most certainly crash out or something like that, but not so far. Lap 20, we get a bit of a disturbing message from the pits right now that Alonso's brakes are failing, and we end up being so busy looking for those brakes to fail that we basically end up taking a corner here as well, almost losing the car. So anyway, Alonso pulls over there to the left, and we are back into P1, being chased by Bottas, who is about 12 seconds down right now. Taking another leap forward here to lap 24. As you can see, Rosberg has now overtaken Bottas and is into P2 right now, about 12 seconds down on us. So it appears that the Mercs are about ready to rejoin the race here, so to speak, as it'll be interesting to see how Rosberg and we are going to be stacking up against each other here on this middle stint. Remember, we are on the prime tire, but I'm not sure what he's on. Jumping to lap 31 here, putting some hurt on the tires in the chicane due to Kobayashi not pulling out of the way as we're coming up to lap him here. It's really annoying with the AI cars that sometimes they'll just stick to the racing line and slow down, expecting you to go down the inside of them or something like that. And other times they will pull out of your way and slow down. So you really never know where you have them, which way they're going to go. Are they going to go left? Are they going to go right? What's going to happen? And that has put me out of a great number of races, I have to say. Also, this is turning out to be a little bit of an endurance test with the TrackIR here, because something I did not think about before starting this race here is how much you actually tend to move your head in a 100% race, you know, just to relax your neck or something like that. And that is not possible when you have the TrackIR going, because you're going to be looking in all sorts of funky directions if you do. Skipping to lap 36, Rosberg still in P2, about 9 seconds down right now. Hamilton sort of re-emerges from the dead, so to speak, as he sets the fastest lap time of the race so far. And judging by when we get the announcement, I would say that he's about 40 to 45 seconds down on us right now. So I don't think he's going to be a threat. And also, we are matching pace with Rosberg right now, and we were on prime tires. Like I said, I'm not sure what he was on, but that at least is a very good sign. I'm not sure what pit crew just came out behind us there, whether it was the Mercedes crew or perhaps the Williams crew there. But as we haven't been overtaken by Rosberg yet, that could easily have been the Mercedes crew. And most likely it was, as we rejoin the track here in P1 still. And right now the standings are Rosberg is in second and Hamilton is in third. I'm sure he hasn't pitted yet though. Jumping to lap 41 here, Rosberg is starting to close the gap on us a little bit. They're setting the fastest lap time, but we have some spare fuel, so we are going to be dialing up the engine here for the next couple of laps and see if we can't extend the gap one more time. And at this point, I have to say I was becoming very sort of strained at the neck there, trying to keep my head still in the same position for such a long time there. I probably need to set a bigger dead zone there for the TrackIR, but that's something on the to-do list there, as Hamilton sets another fastest lap there as we almost lose the car coming through the right-hander. Jumping ahead to lap 44 here, it appears that the couple of laps where we have run the engine in rich mode, they appear to have paid off, as we are now up to about 7 seconds down to Rosberg. And also Hamilton appears to have been in to do his pit stop, as he is now about 30 seconds down on us. Jumping to lap 49, Rosberg is starting to close the gap on us again there, and I'm not sure how much of this is down to worn tires or a worn driver, as I was getting rather tired at this point. But we should be able to keep him behind us, barring any major mistakes here. The car's been stepping out a little bit and been missing some apexes and had some bad corners, but we should be able to keep Rosberg behind us. Crucially, I think I should apologize in advance here. I realize what the problem is now with my recorder, and it is not a recorder problem. It is the USB flash drive that I was using to record on. apparently has a dead zone of about 4 gigabytes there. I'm not sure why it says 4 gigs free, but it won't actually record on that, even though I have reformatted it. So I probably got a bad stick that needs to be changed. Hence, we are going to be missing the final lap of this race, unfortunately. We are going to be taking the win here in front of Rosberg and with Hamilton in third, which is very positive. But you got to take into account the mishap there that the 2 Mercedes cars had early in the race, causing an unscheduled pit stop, and also Alonso retired from the race due to faulty brakes. So third or fourth probably is where we would have ended up. At any rate, guys, if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to this channel even. Oh, and if you'd like to see more Cockpit Cam racing, maybe even switch to this view in career mode, let me know in the comments field and we'll see if we can't work something out. Bye-bye.